Yo, 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 welcome to Lima Bravo. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to use Filmora 9's video editing software. It's a fantastic platform for you to make videos, and it's just so easy to use. Today, I'm going to show you what you can do with the software. The good thing about it, you can have a one-off payment. You are then entitled to free updates to keep you on the most modern version of Filmora. Remember guys, if you like the contents of the channel, make sure you subscribe, press the notifications bell, and this will tell you when I upload new content. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. This is Filmora 9's software. As you can see, quite simple. I've got it in a dark sort of tone here. You can change it into a more of a white sort of background, but I prefer the dark sort of grey. Today I'll be using some Filmora 9 sample videos. So you're going to click on the sample videos here, and they've got a couple that you can use to play around with. So we're going to import these in to our window down here, and then we're just going to have a little play. So we'll play these. We can have a sort of feel for what these are like. Just a couple of dudes riding some mountain bikes up near a lake. So we're going to have a little play with these now. So we're going to slow down the footage. We're going to right click and we're going to go to speed and duration, and we're just going to slow this down here. So that's doubled the time of this video. And we're going to do that for all of these. Now, as you can see here, now we slow down all the footage, just dragging it out, giving it a nice slow feel. So I'll show you how to use the cutting tool. So you, I'm going to want to put some of this into this footage here. So I'm simply just going to go to the point where I want to cut, which is about here, and then I'm going to find a sequence in this part, and I'm going to probably slot it in around here. This one I'll slot into this gap, and as you can see, when we play this now, it's going to flip between them on the lake and then going back to that person there. So we're going to go up to the effects area at the top here. We're going to go to all included, and then we're going to, and then we can scroll down and we can apply these effects quite easily by just clicking and dragging these to the top, and then all we have to do is just left click, okay, and drag it along as far as we need it, and that's going to give you an instant effect sitting over the top of your video. To adjust that effect, you're just going to double click it, and again you can change the alpha slightly as much as you need it until you're happy, and then again it's going to give you a nice effect sitting over the top. As you can see, as it runs out, it'll flip back to the original. Okay, there's loads. I sort of like the Batman one, so I'm going to use this one here, Batman effect. We're going to drag that throughout the whole video here. Cool. So that's the effects covered. There's loads that come with it. And also a nice one I like to do with some of the videos I make is put the cinematic effect over the top. That's going to just change the ratio, give it that black border, 21:9 ratio. It just gives you that more cinematic feel to your video. So we'll drop that over the top there as well. Here you've got a series of free elements that you can drop over the top of your video, and you can go through to the online store and download, pay for, using the film stocks. You can get loads more effects and elements on there. At the top here you've got the transitions. So what we can do is we can drop transitions by clicking and holding them and dropping them over the top. we can change and click and drag the duration of this here as well, and then we can just get a feel for how that transition will look. There we go. You can also double click them. It'll give you a preview screen top right of how that transition will look. Okay, so we're going to drop a warp one over the top. Have a little feel for what that looks like. And then we can just drop them over each element. I'm not going to use them for the last section, I just want them to just flip between the two. Everything I'm using today is provided on the software. So we're going to go to audio, and they've got a series of free songs that you can use that aren't going to get picked up for monetization on YouTube, so that's pretty cool. So they've got a big bank of them. And we can just play them just to preview what they will sound like. They've got a series of effects. So they've got loads of good songs that you can use for free. What I also like to do is I use the YouTube audio library, which has loads of free songs that you can use. You're not going to get in trouble or get a copyright strike if you use these songs. They're all monetized. Use these on your videos for free. So it's an awesome tool. Check it out. I've made a video on using the YouTube audio, so check it out. So what we're going to do, we're going to click and drag this into the bottom here, and then that is our music file. Okay, and all we can do just to shorten it is just drag it across, and it will snap it into place. And then that's our audio now put over the top. What we can do is we can right click the video tabs, and we can go into the color correction sort of area, and then we can manually play with this with these settings. We can go to, they've got a series of preset ones down the side here, and you can just have a look down them. And they've got some pretty cool filters to make your footage just look that a little bit better. We're going to go for the show detail, just to bring out some of the colours. We're going to do that for all of these. Just going to put a few little crops and zooms on. So we're going to select the file here, or the part of the movie that we're going to use, and then we're going to go up to this little area here, and we're going to click on the crop and a zoom tab, and this is going to give us some options here. We're going to, so we can crop it if we want to. We can select certain areas. As you can see here, that's cropped right down. Undo that, go back. I just want a little pan and a zoom, so I want to just focus in on something. So the red line on the outside, that is the start point, and it's indicated by a little start logo down the bottom or text, and then here's the sort of end point. And I know the bike's sort of going to end over. I'll preview it. I've just got a bit of movement now on the camera, more of a pan in motion. So we're going to end up around here. Have a little preview of this. Cool. Press OK there. On the second one, we're going to move on. Again, we're going to have another pan. This one, he's sort of cycling, so we're going to have a pan and sort of try and track his movement as he's sort of cycling. We're going to move the end points. It's a bit fiddly, you have to press and select it, and then we're going to zoom in too much. Okay, it's just a little bit of movement on the camera now. Obviously this footage was taken from a position where the camera was static. We just want to have a little bit of movement. I think it's always nice to have movement in your videos. It keeps the eye interested, okay, and focusing, moving with the film. We'll have a little preview of these two so far. With the music, you can fade it out, so we'll fade it out from here, just so it fades out slowly. Okay, you've got the text area at the top here, so we can put some writing over the top. I'll just go for a sort of plain text here, so we can just play with it. You've got loads of different defaults in here, sort of subtitles, moving texts, all that sort of stuff. So we can just play with this, put whatever we want to. So we're just going to put Mountain Trek. We can change the font, so we can have a play. Just press the keyboard up. I'm just going to go for something thin, just so it doesn't catch the eye too much. It's just sort of sat there nicely, and you can still see through and see the detail in the background. This is quite cool. It's already a good size already. The standard default size is 80, but again, you can play with this. You can go for different sort of styles here. So double click them. It's going to make the borders. It's going to give you reflections. Loads of really good defaults. So you don't have to really go in and play with it too much. If you find one that you like, okay, yeah, just play around with it. So we'll just stick with this the white for now. We're going to press OK. I only want this to be over the first clip. Just remember that we have a transition as well, so you don't want to sit over the transition because it would just look weird. I'll give you an example of that. So you can see how it sort of sits over the transition as it's fading. Just looks a bit weird, so I'm going to cut it just before the transition. So we'll put it to here, and it should cut out just as it transitions. What it's always good to do is just go to this button here. If you want a smooth playback in the top, a small window in the top right hand corner, you're going to have to render your files. It's not going to take too long. I've only got 25 seconds worth of footage so far, so it's not too bad. But when you've got a big file going on, that can take time. Now, just when we preview this now, everything looks good and how it should be. What we can do as well, we can go to this little tab here, which is just going to give us a full screen version, so we can see what it's like full screen. So at the end, all you do is export the file. You name it, so we're going to name it Mountain Trek. We just pick a file where we want to write it to, where we're going to save it. We just select the folder. We can play around with the settings as well. We can change the format. With this, you are going to be able to upload it straight to YouTube, signing into your account. So that's pretty cool. We can pick a device, so what device is it going to be played on? For now, we'll just go to settings. We can then change the quality. If it's something that you're not really too bothered about the quality, you just want to save a bit of memory, okay, just put it to good. Then you can play with the resolution, frame rate and bit rate, which is all going to reduce the quality of your video. But if you want your viewers to have the best experience, you're going to put it on best, and then whack it up to a sort of good quality. It's going to tell you how big the file is actually, so it's going to tell you this video now is going to be 29.9 megabytes and duration of the video. One thing to note, just check the duration and it matches your video, because sometimes you'll have a little file stuck somewhere which is out of screen, you might not notice, and that might be a minute out of the video. So when you upload that to YouTube, You'll just go blank until it hits that 1 minute of that little bit of footage or noise audio file that you've somehow cut and left it there. So just check that as well. That's a tip from me. Once you're done, you're going to export it. And once you're done, you're just going to go to find this. It's going to go to the folder that you saved it in, and then you can preview, watch the movie, see how it is. So that is Filmora 9 Basics, how to edit like a pro, making awesome videos with, you know, software that isn't going to break the bank. You're going to pick this software up for around $60 to $100, and that is an absolute bargain. Amazing tool to learn on. If you've got kids that are starting to learn, okay, and they're wanting to learn video editing, filmmaking, this is the software that you want to get. Get them learning the basics. They're going to have great fun with this software. If you enjoyed the contents of my channel, make sure you subscribe, press the notifications bell, and this will tell you when I upload new content. This is Lima Bravo. See you next time.